It's Colin.
Hey, I made it. I'm here again. Look at me.
So, Colin gave me, was this from Christmas actually?
It was for Christmas,
He gave me a few beers at Christmas, and so we're going to review one of them
I'm
together.
loving like that.
Yeah, he is.
That's what every son should do for their father.
And, but I'm starting to wonder about some of these beers that I get for Christmas. I had my birthday recently, right?
Yeah.
And my brother-in-law, he gave me a beer. The first one was called Irish Death, and the second one was called Nut Crusher. So, you know, I never got a reply from the text. I said, so is there something I need to know that's going on here?
You have the Nut Crusher, and then you have your Irish Death.
And we'll see what this one's like, because notice it was on sale.
That just means a decent beer for less money. Why
There
not?
we go.
Come on.
So what is this one? This one is, here it is, it's called Emilia, and it's a dry hop American sour. That sounds so interesting. It's from Stickmen Brewing, so it's supposed to be like a golden sour, and the second fermentation was with peaches and apricots.
That's exactly why
well, I should say puree,
guy.
peach and apricot puree, right?
Right.
And then they finished it with Citra, Eldorado, and Racao. That's right. They went down to New Zealand for the last one. And that was because they wanted to reinforce the stone fruit character on it with those hops. So let's get this one cracked open. So, you know, just before I opened this, I thought of something. If they used puree in this, and depending how they did it, we may have, because it looks like, stuff on the bottom. So, what I'm going to do is just very gently, yeah, some of it's stuck, but rock it, because that's a lot of the goodies when it comes to some of these light sours are in the bottom. So we want to get that into our glass. Wow! Oh, it was a foamer. Okay, we cleaned up from the spillage. Take a look at this. Look, put yours up there. Look at all the floaties in this.
This has got more floaties than a 4-year-old swimming party. I'm telling you, man. That's...
Then how old's your youngest?
Oh, he's 8 months now.
Yeah, yeah, that's about as much
I'm getting
floaties
old.
As an 8-month-old chewing on some crackers, you know?
Yeah. Man, you should have seen it. This thing popped like a teenager on prom night. It just went.
It did. It just got very excited. All right, so it's hazy. It's floaty-y. Had plenty of carbonation.
Oh,
a
yeah,
nice size head.
Yeah.
Let's go for a nose.
Yeah. Ooh. Oh man, that's
yeah. But the nose is more subdued than I thought. I thought I got some nose right off the top, and we might have lost some in the cleanup.
It's definitely coming off more of that pitted fruit. There's definitely a lot of that.
It's pretty cool. It's not putting off as much nose as I might expect. It makes me think a little bit of like the kettle sours or something, in that there was a high fermentation on it. You know, a lot of effervescence up front.
Yeah. I'm almost kind of getting like a citrusy smell off of it.
Yeah, I do. Well,
I think that's coming from the hops.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, we look at like you got your Citra in there. You can bring your Cadiness. Your Eldorado can bring some tropical and Racao and all that as well. So yeah, I'm not getting a whole pungent hit of the fruits of that peach and apricot per se.
I'm getting a little bit of it. It's definitely a light bit of a stony fruit to it, so I think I'm getting the apricot. The peach isn't coming through as much. It almost has like a mango-y, but not...
Yeah,
I get a little quite mango-y.
Again, I think that can come
it's
from
hard to
hops,
explain, but...
it's just a light sour, a bit of an acidity character on it. I get a little bit of this light sweet peach, and then I get a little bit of the apricot, and I almost feel like the acidity side's on the apricot side.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I'd say it's time to jump in.
Yeah.
Cheers, thank you.
Put it down the gullet.
Well, that's fun.
Yeah.
Ooh, and then it took a turn. Ooh. Okay, I like all that.
Wow.
So it has a real effervescence.
Oh, definitely.
It's not, I don't want to say it's like a light effervescence. It's not like a champagne effervescence like so many of the kettle sours and other sours like that are. And yet at the same time, though, there was a lot of bubbles. I mean, it really it exploded as it hit your tongue.
They're kind of punching your tongue. I mean, they're not beating the thing, but yeah, it's got a nice mouthfeel at the same time with that kind of pop.
Yeah, so it explodes on your tongue. It's kind of like in the Summer Olympics, the kayaks, when they got to go around the flag and they got to go back upstream. Your tongue's fighting through there.
Yeah.
But it's kind of fun. The taste is interesting. It does have that sour component.
Oh, yeah.
There's no question. It's not uber pucker-upper type of a thing, you know.
No.
It's got a little bit more than what you get off a kettle sour. There's a little more quality of that to it. As far as the flavors go, it's really interesting. At one point off the first sip, I felt like I did in the nose, like I got this really easy, light peach quality going through. Mm-hmm. And then, and just like in the nose, the sour quality feels like it clings to the apricot character.
Yeah, definitely. Anyway. You kind of get the peach flavor and the light acidity that almost brings like a citrus with it at first, and then you get that heavy mouthfeel and the apricot kind of settles, and the heavy bubbles punch your tongue, and then as it slides down, that little bit of peach kind of lingers.
The burp was really interesting.
Yeah, no, the burp. You would definitely think that you were having champagne.
But I got
comes up and brings all.
My
this
burp brought this almost. I want to say like I had a kind of a lemon lime quality that.
Yeah,
it was interesting.
Yeah,
I didn't
more of a
that.
grapefruit almost.
I'm just delighted. I'm surprised with this one. We're going to take a minute and we'll come back with some numbers.
Definitely.
All right, we've enjoyed this for a few more minutes. And it's interesting. We're trying to get a nose on this and try to see if we could pull out some things as it's warmed up. Colin's trying to figure out what he's getting. I did get something. So I'm going to tell you what I kind of pulled out. I got a little bit of what I want to call a Fuji apple along with the apricot and the peach. And the Fuji apple, you know, is that unique because it has some apple quality, but it has a little bit of pear quality. And this light sweetness just makes me think a little bit, you know, like a crisp Fuji apple thrown in with these other two
I think
two
you're
fruits.
right. That's what I'm getting. I'm almost getting like a kind of a tangy, crisp pear. So a Fuji apple is definitely along that line.
Yeah, it's kind of a mix of those two, which is fun. So having said that, now I finally we've been swirling it, so we're pulling some of that high carbonation down a little bit.
My head got bigger again from swirling it. Just there it goes.
It happens. So at any rate, I'm going to go ahead and score it on terms of a sour ale.
Right.
I'm ready. Right. I'm actually going to give it a 92. I was thinking sale item, yeah, it's going to be an 84. But no, a 92. And I think it's just fun. It's a very creative beer that Stickmen's put together.
And actually, I was going to say, as far as the sour goes, I was going to put it right at a 90. It's right up there. It's definitely top tier. It's got all the things you're looking for. It's still got plenty of carbonation, which gives it a nice pop, but it definitely has a sour element. It's got kind of a medium body. It's not light. It's not too heavy. It's got a good full body on there. And, yeah, all the notes that you want in a sour, that it just kind of gives your tongue a little bite and a twist, and then pulls those other flavors in with it, and carries the fruit along with it.
Yeah, it's not strictly like a kettle sour. It has some qualities like a Berliner Weiss, but maybe just a little bit more extra zing than that, but not much, not much. So overall, what are you thinking?
Overall, I'm going to drop it down just a few points here, probably to an 88. It's really fun. It's definitely something I would drink from time to time, but I'm not going to quite put it in that top tier.
Right.
Just because, you know, it had a fun aroma, but it was hard to identify some of the flavors, and it kind of got lost a little bit. But, I mean, overall, it's still very tasty and fun.
You know, this is good. Overall, I'm going to rate it just about the same as Colin. If this were summer, I might push into an 88 or an 89. It is winter. I'm going to go 87, but I think it's just still, it's a very solid beer. I'm tickled. I'm tickled that it came off so good. So here it is again with the seductress Emilia on the label. Oh, that's right. And she's definitely eating some of the forbidden fruit, and we're drinking it. I'm Kevin.
And I'm Colin.
And we're just saying life's too short
To drink cheap beer.
and we'll see you
On the next beer review.